but is it worth it? Let me work it.
Hi everyone, I'm Kelly and welcome to Shoesday. This is a show where we talk about shoes with our friends and each episode has a different theme. This month I'm back with my partner in crime, my co-host, Rebecca Wilkin, for a very special episode.
Yay! Yes, okay, so we're excited to bring this one to you today. As fall racing season is winding down, and for parts of the country, especially right here in Michigan, we are entering the darkest, coldest part of the year. You may have heard the phrase, there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad gear. Okay, a little harsh. There's certainly bad weather, but we firmly believe that having the right gear is what can make your running experience a lot more enjoyable in the cold.
For sure. So in addition to talking about some great footwear options for your cold weather miles, we're going to sprinkle in some apparel and accessories as well to ensure that you're set up for success this winter. So this is episode 5, Cold Weather Running Essentials.
As always, we will link all of the shoes and gear that we talk about in our show notes. We also have 7 stores across Michigan, so if you're local, come in and see us. Otherwise, we're always open at gazellesports.com.
The first shoe that we're going to talk about today is actually not a specific shoe, but rather a feature that we find in many of our most beloved shoes on the wall. We're talking about Gore-Tex, or waterproof.
Yeah, so sometimes you'll also see this shortened to simply GTX. So you'll see something like Brooks Ghost GTX. So that just means that the shoe has a waterproof upper. We get asked that more often than you might think, so we figured it was worth mentioning.
Yeah, obviously this is a great feature to have in your footwear during those slushy winter runs, but does it work and is it worth it? I certainly think so. I know you feel the same way. Gore-Tex and waterproof shoes have come so far. Yeah. What used to be like a very stiff feeling upper, it was very hot. It is not that way anymore at all. It's become such a second skin fit underneath that mesh. It's breathable. It's keeping your feet dry. It's like a comfy mesh. Yeah. And it really is seamless and flexible over the foot. So it's just become so much more comfortable than models in previous years. Like I think that if I had one foot with the Cloud Surfer Trail and then the other foot with the Cloud Surfer Trail waterproof, I'm not sure I would be able to tell the difference if I was blindfolded.
Sometimes you'll also see people switching over to trail shoes when it starts to get snowy. I am those people. A big reason that I switch from my road shoe to a trail shoe is mainly for the lugs. So I'm running in the Norda 001. The lugs are great. Lugs to kind of draw it out. Lugs are found at the bottom of the trail shoe or the outsole. So the lugs is what bite or kind of grip the ground. So on the Hoka Speed Goat 6 Gore-Tex, the outsole and the lugs are made up of a Vibram Mega Grip that really do a great job of biting the ground, gripping the ground, and helping you feel a bit more stable on that soft snow.
And if you love your road shoes, you don't want to switch to a trail shoe, adding something like Yak Tracks or ice bikes to them in the wintertime can help you feel more confident in your footing when it gets slick out there. And we carry trail shoes from all different kinds of brands. So everyone's feet are a little bit different. So something like maybe an Ultra or a Topo might be better for you if you have a wide forefoot, because those are typically a little bit wider in the toe box. We also have Solomon, Craft, On, and Norda, like Rebecca mentioned. So we have a lot of different options and fits. And then especially paired with something like a Smartwool sock, then you're getting that insulated layer and that waterproof feature as well. So your feet are dry, they're comfy, they're warm, and you are set up for some really nice miles.
Yeah, that was some good Gore-Tex shoe lore right there.
All right, so now that we know what we can wear on our feet for cold weather, what about everything else that's exposed in the winter months?
Yes. So we're talking about apparel, right?
Yes.
So specifically how to dress to be prepared for whatever Mother Nature may be up to this winter. So there are a few rules for best practice when it comes to cold weather running. One, this is going to sound a little crazy, especially, when it's very, very cold out, but one is to dress like it's 20 degrees warmer than what it actually is. Big reasoning for this is you're going to warm up. Believe me, trust me, you will warm up eventually when you are out there. So you want to dress accordingly so that you aren't overheating, which I know is not something we're thinking about, when it's 20 degrees out.
Yes.
The second rule here is layering.
Yeah.
All about layering.
Oh, tell me more.
Okay, so when it comes to layering, we're going to kind of think in 3 specific layers. So the first layer we're talking about is base layer. So the base layer is going to be the innermost layer that sits directly on top of your skin. A lot of times this type of material can also wick away moisture. So we're thinking something like the Smart Wool Merino 250. Nike Dry Fit is a really kind of common one as well. So it's touching your skin. It is right on your skin to wick away moisture.
Merino wool comes from sheep that endure both extreme sides of the climate, so it's a temperature regulating fabric.
Facts, Kelly.
It also is made of antimicrobial fibers, so you can wear merino multiple times and you actually don't have to wash it because it doesn't stink. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. We have tested this. So it makes great for traveling as well.
Layer 2. That's going to be your thermal layer. So this is going to be the layer that traps all of the heat, all of your body heat, and keeps it in. The third layer is the shell. So this is the outermost layer. This is the one that will protect you from the elements. So we're thinking snow and or rain, but the shell is going to be what can kind of keep you dry. And if you're dry, you're warm.
Absolutely. One of my favorites right now is the Janji Thermal Runner insulated jacket. It is incredibly warm. And I think something important to note with this too is you may have to kind of play with what layers combination works best for you. Personally, I run very warm. So if I were to wear, or when I wear this Janji jacket, it's this jacket and then a very thin base layer underneath in the dead of winter, and I'm good to go. Yeah. So you may have to play with it a little bit because everybody runs a little differently. And another great piece is an insulated tight. Yeah. I love a tight that has the windproof and water resistant panels on the front, because that front part of your thighs, that's what gets the coldest. So having that element shield on the front can really help seal that body heat in. Yeah. So not only is it getting colder, it's also getting darker. So we've already talked about how to stay warm. What do we need to do to stay seen and safe as the days do get shorter? Yeah, we need to stay visible. Staying seen is staying safe. And we like to break it down into 2 different categories. So the first is passive visibility. So anything that relies on external light. So this is anything with reflective properties. A vest, an armband, that would be considered passive visibility. Then there's also active visibility. So this uses its own light to be visible, like a headlamp, an LED vest, blinking lights. These are all things that are active visibility, and we really recommend a combination of both in your fit. That is what's going to keep you the safest out there during those darker months. Yeah. I like wearing my Nike Swift ThermaFit reflective vest. I love that vest. It's fully reflective. So that's my passive. And then I also like to wear my Nathan Neutron Fire headlamp. So I like to see and be seen when I'm out there. Absolutely. I love my Brooks high visibility jacket. And then I wear the Knox Gear LED vest. So I have that combination of active and passive. And the vest it's rainbow. It's just kind of fun, but you're also being seen and safe out there. Fun and safe. So November is Run Safety Month. We share tips on how to stay safe every year, but this year it feels more important than ever. In addition to the visibility pieces we just talked about, there's other really important tips that we like to share that apply to everyone. Like finding a group to run with or run in a heavily populated area. Wear open ear headphones like Shocks if you're listening to music or a podcast so you can hear what's going on around you. Tell someone where you're going, and when you leave, share your location with them, and check back in when you arrive home, and take your phone.
Yeah. Then there are specific tips that apply to every she who runs, all female runners. Wearing your hair in a bun, not a long ponytail. Taking a self-defense class. Hold your phone in your hand or somewhere that it's easily accessible if you are taking your phone to stay safe. Memorize a man's name that you can call out to try to deter an attacker. Don't share your commonly run Strava routes publicly. And also change up your running route, time of day, starting location, etc.
During Run Safety Month, we absolutely have to share tips in the context of every runner's experience, but we also have to acknowledge that it's just different for women. Sometimes it feels like we're not safe no matter what we do. We still haven't forgotten Alyssa Lockett's, a 34-year-old woman who was murdered in October of last year while running in broad daylight on a popular path in Nashville.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, what do we do? You know, yes, women, we follow these tips, but it is on everyone to create a world where everyone can feel confident and safe to go out for a run and know that they'll come home.
Thank you so much for watching. This has been episode 5 of Shoesday, Cold Weather Running Essentials. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe. Also, comment below what shoes you want us to review next.
As we said at the top, we have 7 stores across Michigan. So if you're local, come on in, shop with us, visit us. Otherwise, we're always open at gazellesports.com.
Until next time, I'm Kelly.
I'm Rebecca.
Keep moving.